Ooh. Let me just adjust that camera. Oh, Jesus. Nah. That's probably a good angle. Get my good side. Ooh. Okay. You know, we're just carrying on with... Oh, my screen's frozen. Does this every time? There we go. Don't know why it does that. Probably it's like not in use for a while or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, like I was trying to say, we're making house music. You know, I've not actually checked this. Yes, he adds so much bounce. Yeah, adds a really nice bounce to it. Anyway, where was I? There's a bit of weird low end happening on that. Yeah, see, look at that. I wonder if I need a bit of a, like a stronger kick when it drops, because that's quite a, like, quite a dull kick, you know? Like it's so... There we go, already got a lot more energy now. Just a bit of balancing. It just gives it a bit more drive. Could probably do a heavier bass sidechain now as a result. Let's see how that sounds actually. Where's my bass? So this is... Where is that sound coming from? Oh, it's this. Anyway, where was I? See, I've never been good at using clippers and stuff. It's something I should really figure out. I don't really want to clip all the way, I just want to... basically like catch the peaks. Because otherwise... yeah, no, that's really... there we go. And then maybe just a bit of gain. Not too much though. There we go. It's got a nice groove to it now. Maybe bring the kick down a tiny bit. There we go, okay. We could bring the sparkly guys up. There we go. There we go. I wonder how much difference that's actually made. I want some nice, like, pads. Like, So do that, or I can go up one. I'll probably go up one. And then we use this as a nice little pad that we'll put in the atmospherics. Move along. It's could have been. I actually like the stab bit more than the. I could use the a bit later, but this is quite nice. Just a nice bit of. Put a bit of verb on that just to really make it spacious and so on. That sort of thing. Do it like that. And it should just add a nice little movement. Yeah, see, that's quite nice actually. And then maybe we can have like a doubled version. But like the doubled versions actually comes late, like this. And we get a nice little 1 minus 12 is minus 11. It's just an experiment, but got the wrong. So this one, we could probably like process it in a different way to just really sort of get some nice. Use a ring modulation on this. Get some nice. There we go. Not chorus. I need something a bit more. Love filter might be fun. That's a cool effect. So what I'm going to do actually is this instead. That goes there. And then here we switch it up. So it adds a bit more funk to it. Actually no, rather than add it there, we'll add it here. And do this. We're going to do that. Okay, now we just need to So that ring modulation didn't work as well. That might be it. That little guy could come up, I think. Luke. This guy. There's a groove. There's a groove. I wonder if there's a way I can do like ghost kicks. How would I do a ghost kick? Is that the move? Actually, no, that's better. There we go. Okay. There we go. We got some nice new movement. Bring it up a bit in the... No, actually, no. Don't bring that one up. Bring the second bit up. Yes, DJ Clockwise. How are we doing? Good to see you, my friend. We're back on that house tip. These are the additions we've done in the last few. What we could do then is we bring back this guy, and what we did in here, oh frick, okay, there we go. Sounding good. I've been bored all day, so it's good to see you streaming. Oh, well, I appreciate you. I hope you enjoy. I know it's not a drum and bass stream, but there you go. Nomo, how you doing? How you doing? Good to see you, my friend. You want to hear how your boy's been making house music today? And no, not Housey McHouseface. LM1 challenged me last week, so... Oh, hold on, did I mess up there? Have you played Halsey McCall's? Yeah, I actually don't end up playing Halsey McCall's Face on Wednesday streams, you know? We just make house music instead. I will get that email through though. I've not done my promo send yet, just because I've not had the time. I've been in the office the last few days, right? So not been able to just like do it, just because imagine me like being at work just doing a promo send, not the move, right? Okay, bye. You know what? It does amuse me how much you like that song. It's nice to see as well, because yeah, that's like mine and Showdown's most chill tune. Everything else is extremely offensive music. I think here... Get rid of these tambourines now. Okay, there we go. Okay, so here, you'll hate it once I get it. No, you know what? I say this to a lot of people as well, like, I know you're joking about, but I always say to people that, you know, you shouldn't really, like, cringe at or, like, not be proud of, like, the old things you used to make, because, you know, when you know, like, say a tune you made, like, 7 years ago, you should still be proud of what you did back then, because it's a journey, you know? It's a journey. Whoa, that bit's nice. Oh yeah, that's how we did the drop. Hold on, I'll forward it. With the drums, it works really nicely. All like, woo, woo, sort of thing. I gotta go. Much love, dude. We'll catch up in a call sometime, yeah? Hopefully sooner rather than later. Get some more volume in the lower chords. Well, I say chords, lower stab even. Have I messed up here? Something just sounded off there. I don't know if you guys heard that. Any thoughts on the tune? Anything that we'd be doing next? Bearing in mind this is an organic house track or... I don't... brain fog with production this week. You know what you should do when you've got brain fog? It's literally like there's two options. You either don't touch your production stuff at all, right? Go outside, touch some grass, enjoy the world out there. Or the second option is you make something that you don't usually make. You step out of your comfort zone, you just mess around without even the thought of, I need to release this. It's also half of why I do the challenges, because then I'm forced to do other things. I don't really need a snare in this, do I? Does this stuff usually have snares? I'm gonna bring the volume down of the perks here, because they are a bit louder than they should be. Like this guy here. Just helps the balance a bit more. I'm gonna not use that bass note in the guitar and let the guitar come in later. There we go. Maybe put a bit more, do I need to clip the guitar? I'm trying to get more used to using G-clip. Let me just check the bass line earlier on in the tune. I'll try the latter later this stream, after this stream. Well, okay, I'll give you a chance. So, your style is usually that sort of minimal, burial kind of vibe. Deep vibes, and you got your D-bridgey sort of style of stuff you make. I would like to hear your take on just a classic old piano-led D&B tune, like a nice little liquid tune. There we go. Okay. need to keep checking what's going on. I feel like I've just repeated this bit again and again, but still. Oh my god, no, not the cowbell. I think there's a bit of a cowbell going on in one of my perks, actually. Oh no, it's claves, sorry. That bit I like now. There we go. Get the side chaining on the There we go. Maybe at some point between 85 to 89 you could mute the drums for a second, let the bass play out. Suspense. 85 to 89. I think I could just mute the bass here, hold on. Yeah, I see that. Bit of movement. And then we can use, pardon me, sorry, we can use this guy to bring back the this guy. I feel like we could do some cool stuff with just that particular version of the... I'm sure there's something we can do to it. Like, just something weird. Obviously, I know that I'm supposed to be doing this organic house thing, but no one said I shouldn't do my own take on it, right? That's the whole point of these challenges. So... yeah, I kind of like that one. And then let's just use like a limiter to get the gain up on it. Alright, see. It's like a really fizzy version, which kind of works nicely. Almost sounds like a mistake, but it's intentional. Yeah, see? Cool. Right, let's figure out where this is going. I'm gonna bring these guys back. Bit of peace, bit of peace. This one, I'm actually going to make it offbeat. 1 or 2? No, 2. So it goes bum. But here we might make the stabs a bit shorter and a bit quieter, so they're a bit more delicate. There we go. Now it's an accompaniment as opposed to trying to fight for space. Now, the glitchy version of this pad, I feel like could probably put like a dynamic just to tame off the low end a bit. There we go. Okay. Now, the next thing I want to do is we bring back the drums, right? I want to change the bass line as a whole. Like, because obviously this is sort of progressing in a sort of way, right? Progress it, and what we could do here is, let me just initialize the, let's just make the patch first. So I'm just using one of my old bass patches. This is more just a test to see if it works. Maybe it might not. I don't have the hugest faith in it working, if I'm totally honest. What is this pattern? Oh, okay. See if it works. What's this? Oh, it's an effects mix. Okay, so I need to put a new track here. Let's see if this works. It could, it might not. It'll be pretty cool if it does. It'll make a nice little change. And I want to bring back, I think I'll bring like not bring back, but put like a new sound in. I'm just sort of rearranging bits from the earlier bits so that we've got further progression on the tune as well. And hopefully it should give us some pretty cool. It might not work. Let's just compress it down though. Might not work, but we'll see. Alright guys, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. There's something there. You heard that? So now all we need to do is just tweak this preset up a bit. Put a distortion layer. On YouTube. Hey, YouTube gang! It sounded good. I appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. Okay. Bring the volume down a bit. Now we can do something a bit more interesting with... Oh. Let's put the lower chords now. There we go. Just a bit more movement. We could probably put this guy in again if we want. Actually, no. Well, but yeah, popped up for the record. LM1 asked me to make organic house, is what he said on stream last week. I'd never heard the term before last week, so my immediate thought was things like Bonobo and what they make, but in a house context. So that's kind of what I've gone for. I could be wrong, you know? I wouldn't be surprised. I feel like rather than... Oh no, but I did that same... No, hold on. Need a better bass line for the second half. Like, I can't just use the same bass line as the first. That doesn't feel right in terms of the pressure. Organic house means the instruments used are not or do not sound electronic. Oh, okay. So, yeah, I pretty much got there. I realized when I used the percussion as well, I took a bit of inspiration from Afro beats as well. So, it's definitely not the most traditional, if you will. Yeah, we could do that. Sounds more like a band or many band. That actually makes a lot of sense. Okay, let's figure out this bass line. There we go, that's better. There we go. That should work a lot better. Oh yeah, am I doing the same thing to these guys as well? There we go. I want like a nice little ARP. Like an ARP-y-like sound. But something that's a bit more filtered so it fits, like it kind of fits a bit better. Not like that. Bring the volume down. Oh god. Oh. I teased at M1 that his house label should be called On. Honestly, he's got good taste in house, I'm just saying. We could probably work that in a cool way. We could work that in a cool way, I think. It's not going to be in key, but I'm not working on that bit yet. I don't like that at all. Never mind. I do not like that one bit. I kind of know what kind of sound I'd like. That's very Stranger Things. Wait, what was the whole sample that I used for this stab here? There might be something there. Like if I do something like... Oh, shoot. Okay, so we got these sounds. So what we could do here for a bit of sampling fun, cut these up, and we're going to take all of these, going to cut them into their little bits. I'm curious to see how they all sound together like this. It probably won't work. Okay, there's something here we can now do, right? So we take this, we then reverse it, but now we go in reverse order, right? This reversed one will bring down. And what my aim is, this might make a cool little counter melody. But we just bring the volume down. Keep it really subtle. Okay, so there's something there. But now what I would want to do is we would put these all so I put these two channels into a separate, these two audio lines into a separate channel, and then we will do a nice bit of what we'll do essentially, and I'll use a bit more human touch to this, is I will last tweaked link to controller. Okay, so that should now, right, perfect. So that's now linked to my MIDI keyboard's knob, right? And then I will make a new pattern and we'll record the opening of the filter and closing of the filter to get some cool. Right. That's all we need. Right? We also need to EQ out a bit of the low end so it's not too crazy. But essentially, what we should have is some very cool movement for the second drop that links quite nicely to what we already had. Like so. Okay, my only concern with this is I think there's a way where you can what do you call it? Change this into an automation clip. Turn into automation clip. And then there's a way you can smooth this out, I think. Yeah, let's be like very unsensitive. Perfect. Oh. And then we bring this here, and I'm gonna bring this guy forward. If you're ever interested in input for house hacks, I'll be happy to chat. I sent a message in Discord. Did I see a message? Oh, I don't get notification badges anymore. Oh wait, no, now they've appeared. Don't know, that was a bit weird. Oh, what's going on? There we go. No, I'm definitely down to. I mean, I'm not going to look now. I'll look after stream, but yeah. I mean, it's not that I make house all the time. This is literally my sort of thing of you know, get challenge, and you know, I've got to take a challenge by the chin, right, and just do it. Because that's what I do. That's what I do, especially after sampling Close Encounters of the Third Kind and everything. Maybe not that much. Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, it's knowledge, right? So I'm always happy to learn. Like, I know very little about house music, and it's not. I'm not like one of those. Let's be fair, idiots that's like, ew, I only listen to drum and bass sort of thing. I'm not one of those weirdos. To anyone who I've offended who only does listen to drum and bass, you deserve it. Oh, what have I done? There we go. Okay. So that, in theory, should kind of just quantize quite nicely. So what we could do as well, just to help this bit feel a bit more natural, is that we have it really quietly here, and we make a new thing. Can I just double click to get rid of stuff? No, it's not that easy, is it? But essentially, we could have just a tiny bit of movement where just a tiny bit of movement. Oh my god, there's so many points because we recorded in. Sorry, just have it a bit lower down, and it should just help. It's a bit quiet, but it is there. It just helps a bit more movement. Let's put this guy up a bit. Maybe I could not introduce. I could add this one again, just to get a bit to sort of, because I've realized it's quite a marked change to, even though it's the same. Try and keep a lot of the stuff from the first to just help that familiarity along. I wonder now if I take this and where is that serum? Make a new pattern out of this. And then, oh, why is that not letting me? There we go, bring it up a bit. Right, see if that works kind of nicely. I don't know how the guitar will work with the respace, but whoa, why is that so deep? What the hell? Oh, I'm actually an octave too low. No wonder, that sounded a bit weird. Okay. maybe that one. What we could do there, just for a change, rather than boom, boom. Hold on. Wait. I heard a different bass line in my head and it's gone. I think that's what I heard in my head. Is that B and E? Huh? Where's it gone? Oh, because they're different patterns altogether. That's what I heard in my head. I feel like that high note needs to change as well. Probably a G? That might work better. No, it's not. No, it's not. Wait, where's my notes gone? No. This is gonna confuse me. Hold on. Wait, what's the original bass? Hold on. That's the ending. No, it can't be that note. Is it just high E? Oh, it probably is high E. Okay, I need to hear the whole thing as a whole. All right, whole thing as a whole. have a look at the 808. Huh? What's happened here? Where is that linking? 20. Why is that going to 20? Okay. Oh, have I messed up somewhere? Oh no, I have. Actually, it's not a huge mess up. Wait, what? Right, okay, I see the mess up. So, this needs to go here. Was it minus 8.7? I was like, why can't I hear that bit now? 8.7, and then number 4 is what needs to go into track 20. Okay, so now the tune should sound normal again. Normal to the best of its ability, anyway. There we go. Go back again. Up a bit. There we go. Not too much, just a tiny bit. Just to help with the attack a tiny bit. Notice how it's a bit too stabby? We just fade it in a bit. There we go. Didn't want the onto it, I just wanted it to have a slight attack so it kind of fades in, feels a bit more within the tune as opposed to whacked on. This guy we can bring up in the volume a bit. There we go. And now we've got the switch. Yes, yes, LM1, how we doing? Getting that bass balance is a bit tough. How you doing, LM1? You all good? The man who caused this tune to happen. We could probably use the... There's a lot of side chaining going on from different elements, but we're going to use a bit of dynamic side chaining to get the guitar to shine just a bit above the Reese. Oh, I don't want to invert the gain. 0, the opposite of 0 is 0. I say into the brass. Yeah, that's what I turned into the bass line. Probably not too much of a dip. There we go, that's a bit better. Right, where is the progression going onto this? So we keep the drums. Keep it rolling. Yeah, let's keep this. You know what? I'm gonna replicate the bass line this time using the 808 instead. Same notes and everything, but might be fun from a. So these are all in the 2s and 3s. I need to move it. Oh shit! I've accidentally deleted. Aye. Okay, fixed. I think. Yes, fixed. Alright, so we're looking at this in the 4s. 4s and 5s. So when I copy this, 1, 2, 4 and 5. Very good. Very good. And then we do this, we move this there. We copy this pattern here, copy that. And then we go here, and we get rid of this guy, and then we go 1, 2. There we go. Now, I am going to do this. Get these guys out. Move this guy off. I quite liked. See how it, actually, rather than having the low version, this time only have the high version. Bring the clays back in as well. Percussion progression can be a great percussion like DMB 2 break is allowed. Well, I mean, there's nothing to say it's not allowed in DMB. It's more that I just, because my knowledge is so little, I realize I'm sort of using what I've made before to sort of carry this one. Okay, so here maybe I use this guy again. This geezer who's having a bit of a Turkish. Let that sort of counterplay against each other, because it's the same sample but different takes on the same sample, right? Let's see. And then I can actually use... I was wondering, I was like, why does it feel emptier when I go from the Reese to the 808? It's because the Reese takes up so much other frequencies. Cool. But what I want to do with this guy, what does this sound like without all the reverb again? I forget. Yes. We could do another instance. Yeah, let's do another instance. Why not? So I put this guy here. Let's do some really quick automations. Automation here just to have it on, and then automation here-ish to have it off. And maybe we can do a second type of like mad delay on this instead. I realize that you can't see me choose what effects I want just because my mixer channel's on a different screen, but you'll just have to pretend that I know what I'm doing. Whether you agree with what I'm doing, that's a different question. Yep, bring the low pass up a bit more as well. And then we'll do the same thing here. We'll create a new automation clip for this new reverb that I've just added in, but we'll have it off throughout because we like the way the reverb sounded previously, and then we have it on later on. And maybe it will do some nice unique movement just for that section. Let's see. Like this bass much better. Yeah, so I thought it would be nice to have it in the second half because it really sort of... The hell happened there? You guys hear that? The hell is happening here? Is that the wrong... It was because I accidentally copied the wrong MIDI. So there was one that was playing a G and one that was playing an E. Like the sub was playing a G. Yeah, so the sub was playing a G while the guitar was playing an E, but the guitar has a bit of low end to it as well, so it clashed. The extra bass was just a Reese bass. Just because I thought it would make a nice extra addition. I know it's not a very organic house thing to do, but I just felt that it just adds a bit more progression, and then you can add the other bass on top anyway. Okay, sorry. I think I could keep it rolling for like another minute or so, right? Nice. All right. And then we could sort of get rid of the drums here. Just to add a bit more drama to the boom, boom. 5 to 7 minutes. Well, yeah, we're getting there, aren't we? Second half only kicked in at 4 minutes 40. Actually, you know what? There we go. Bit more movement. So obviously, I still have 30 minutes of the stream, but next week we won't be doing house. Next week I'll have to move on to my next challenge, which I'm actually kind of scared about. Nice bongo action. I don't think we actually have bongos. Do we? Oh, sorry, we do, yep. We have, I'll go through the drums actually really quickly. So we have... I'll actually add each layer, so... We had the kick from the intro, which is actually quite a weak kick. It works more like a thing, but then we beef it up with another kick. Right? Then we add a little... Yeah? Then we add a bit of... I'm going to keep this bit rolling. Hold on. Yep. Then we add the there were bongos. Sorry, I apologize. The bongos, I was sort of thinking a bit more... I know this is house, but I was thinking more of an Afrobeats inspiration. And then we've got the cowbell that's delayed. And then we've got a little, I think it's like a snare roll sort of thing. And we've just got that clipped, then with a bit of saturation on the mid-range and high end. Bit of compression near the end to catch some peaks. Not that we should, because the G clip should be catching some peaks anyway from clipping it down to this sort of level. It's just, you know, this sort of BPM, it's so easy to just get really groovy. I was playing around because I've got a big side chain happening for the kick to the hats, because obviously you need that sort of thing, right, to get more movement, right? And then out of curiosity, I was just like, oh, what happens if I remove the side chain that I did? And it sounds so bad. So like, obviously this is with side chain. And then without... Oh. There we go. Without side chain, sounds terrible. Oh wait, I forgot one layer. I also have a tambourine as well. The tambourine kind of adds a bit more to the whole Afrobeats inspiration to it. But again, you get rid of the side chain on this and it sounds terrible. Like, that's just grating, really. Then you just put the maddest side chain on it. In fact, I can actually show you guys. Oh, it's frozen anyway. There. You guys see that? Look at that channel there, the pink one. That's how mad the side chain is going right now, and it's reacting to the kick there. We're literally close to muting it every time the kick comes. That's how much side chain we're doing. The other dancing one is the bass. There we go. Anyway. All right. So here we could go back to an earlier bass line and grease it up instead. Oh, that accidental delete just gave me an idea. That accidental delete just gave me an idea. Here, I'm gonna go with this one. Oh, forgot to add my kick. This should work quite nicely. Maybe I don't need that guy. something there, right? Hold on. I realize I keep rewinding, but hold on. So this is an easy thing to do here. It just adds a bit more tension, you know? Now here, I want to add this guy again. What's going on here? There's something weird going on here. Maybe it's just the way it's loading or something, I'm not sure. Try this bit again. Okay, I've got an idea. I've got another idea here. Bit of, you know, bit of fun times here. Here, I think like we can sort of start doing like really odd stuff with the arrangement, just because we've got the space to. Like this sort of thing might go quite nicely. A bit of high-low interaction is always right. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. That's the one I need. Beats, do that, and then we can bring it down. 1, 2, 4. I can count me. Right. Oh, see. There we go. That's better. That's better. That's better. That's better. That's better. More movement. Do another split here as well, just for a bit more variation. Do that again. There's a really cool groove there, I think. That's actually turning out to be one of my favorite parts, actually. I like how this came by accident. Literally what happened was I had the Reese pattern for the first bass line and accidentally deleted it exactly on the 4, and I was just like, wait a second. To be fair, to end the 16, it just I like repetition on an ending. Maybe this particular one we can change the note. Just that one note we can change. Don't want it to just repeat a bit too much. Right? Yep. What we could also do as well is, I believe in Serum 2, when you do oh, key tracking's on. Never mind. I was going to say, we could have... Is there a way on Serum 2 where you can make the key tracking a bit more obvious? Or is that just not a thing? To be fair, we could bring the... There we go. We could probably bring the drive down. Don't want it too much. Even the size of this. Don't want the hyperdimension to go crazy. There we go. Okay. 3/16 is... 3/16 is enough to mix for like a second to make a second drop sort of thing, and then obviously I'll just have the drums rolling out through the end. D&B artists were forced to make house. Bro, I needed the thingy. I needed a clickbait title. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? This is what happens every single time where it's especially when the challenge is to make something that's not D&B. I mean, I don't like calling myself a drum and bass artist, even though most people probably would call me that. I just don't like it because it signifies that I only do that, and that's false information, right? But it's like, yeah, look, if someone's gonna challenge me to make something else, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna rinse that for the title. You know what I mean? I did it when I made funk. I did it when I made city pop. I did it when I made ambient. Even when I made synthwave. What else have I made? Whatever. Sure. Dubstep. Next week is metal. So I don't even know how I'm gonna do metal. I don't even have a guitar. So, or at least an electric guitar, I should say. That's gonna be a really hard stream next week. But yeah, next week I've got to make a heavy metal and D&B hybrid. Shout out to Budgie. Okay. That Budgie basically told me get back to work. Alright, so now we're here. I think we can just let it roll now. And just call it the end of the tune here. Alright, and then slowly we're just going to keep killing off every single... Do we call that an acceptable end? Obviously, I'd need to do stuff like sweeps and all that sort of stuff. But let's have a listen to the whole arrangement. It's not a lot of audio channels, to be fair. Like 20 audio channels just without the sweeps and stuff, which, you know, it's not like I've got to go crazy on how many sounds we've got. This is the entire arrangement of my tune, challenged by NM1. This is called Straight Ahead and Take the Next Wrong. I'm actually going to turn the mixer channel off. Maybe it'll help it load better. Oh yeah, I should really talk over this so that people don't rip this before I finish it, right? I should probably do that. Ah la la la, I'm talking all over it. Ah, la, la, la. Alright, you know what, let me just note this down, that this is now a completed challenge. Color Me Surprised album. This will go into my mixdown phase. It's definitely progressive, innit? I'm gonna push the link again if you want to give me more challenges in the future. That link will allow you to submit more challenges. My list is I've still got some bits in my list. Bit too loud, I wonder. There we go. This is a little bop, isn't it? It's a little ditty. Keep jump. Wait, why is that censored? Did you start that, or is that? Hold on, I gotta check on my phone for that one. I'm pretty sure I shouldn't be censored here. It's an 18+ stream. Damn it, it's stars. I've been confundeled. No. Can't believe I actually fell for that. Jeez, that's like day one internet noob, right? Now, I'm not falling for message deleted. I know that comes in italics. Yep, I remember that time, man. I remember. Yup. Yeah, that bit is sick. I like that bit. I like that it's only also there for a 16 because it's like, you know, when you get those tunes where there's like that one bit where it's like, oh, I gotta rewind that. I like that bit so much, sort of thing. I feel like that's the bit. There we go, that's better. That sounds good, I'm happy with that. We'll clean that up, and then that is on the third of the series of challenge albums. Except in progressive house, you need to wait 8 minutes for that little bit. You know what? That's actually a question. Like, judging from the arrangement, because like someone said this when I made so actually I'll play the tune as a preview while I talk about this. Hold on. Where is it? Is it this one? Yeah, this one. So this isn't a house tune that I made. This is like a funk tune that I made, right? But looking at that arrangement and so on, is it obvious that that arrangement is from someone who makes D&B? Because listen, like when people heard this tune, they were like, it's obvious it was made from a drum and bass guy because the drums are mixed so loudly in this. So I'm wondering if I've done the same sort of thing here, where it's like I've arranged it in a D&B fashion. It's actually a bot though. I never finished this tune, but still. Not the levels. I like in that tune I was just playing. People commented like, "Oh yeah, because of the way you've mixed the drums in terms of like the volume and so on, you can tell it's by a drum and bass person." Whereas here, I'm wondering if by the way I've arranged the track and just the progression of it, if you could tell it's a drum and bass person. or if it sounds like an actual house artist. You know what? I wonder how well... I mean, I know we're not in an age of like ringtones and stuff, but I wonder how that just works as a 16 loop. How long is a 16 in 123 BPM? That'll be like, what, close to 30 seconds, wouldn't it? Yeah, about 30 seconds. I'll put that section earlier in the shoot. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, so this is something that that Intake sometimes not has a go at me for. But he's always like, sometimes when he listens to the way I make tunes, he's just like, oh yeah, it's interesting that you put some of these like really interesting parts later, but also like just for a short amount of time. Because he's like, oh yeah, you know, I would have totally just repeated that section because it's such a cool section, sort of thing. And it's just quite funny how people just think of music, really. I can see it working earlier, but I kind of like the surprise element of it coming at the end, like, whoa, hold on a second. But I realize I do that a lot, where because of the way I write, like, I know a lot of people write drop section first, then intro, then second drop, then breakdown, then thing. But I very much write left to right. I very much write left to right, and you can tell because it's like, wait, hold on, like it keeps progressing, sort of thing. Adding a new change, yeah, exactly. Like so many, like, not to say that I'm like a god or something like that, but I know there's a lot of people who, right? That's drop 1, right? I know so many people who would just copy and paste that for drop 2. But the whole copying and pasting drop 1 into drop 2, I just think is boring. Like, you know, as people who make music, we owe, you know, like we owe it to ourselves to make a story, right? Like, who wants to read a book where you've got the beginning, the middle, and the middle, right? It doesn't make sense. You know, when you read a book, you want to read the beginning, middle, and end. So why are we making tunes that are just beginning, middle, middle? Like, oh, speak of the devil, there he is, Mr. Mike Intake. There he is. I was literally just talking about you. That's how I make 2-minute track copy. Hey, it's all right. You know, just you can always send me sketches. You know how it is. You know how it is. How are you doing, brother? You good? I'll let this play what we made today. I'll let this play. No, but I was saying how there's been times when we've sat in production sessions and you've noticed me put like interesting things in a tune later in the tune, and you were like, oh, you know, you could probably put that earlier or make it happen again. Like, you did that a lot for my that time skips tune that you sat down with me for. The really spacey one with the solo. Just got my comp kind of stable for now. Heck yes! Oh yeah, because there was like the last time we called a few weeks ago was something weird happened, right? We've not got much time left of this stream, and I've got to sort of head off to do some, like, just sort out my record, some record box stuff. But I'm wondering if you guys can help me, because this time next week I'll be doing my next challenge. I said it earlier in the stream, but my next challenge is to make a metal and D&B fusion. So essentially just like a D&B tune, but metal, like basically like old Pendulum, I guess, that sort of vibe. Or even like what Zardonic used to make, or like that one Dirty Phonics tune. Oh my god, there she is, Miss Gray! Our lady from Spain. Oi, oi, oi. Hi. You're very missed. This is what we made today. Neuro. No, not Neuro, because Neuro isn't just metal with D&B. Neuro's using other techniques and so on, right? We're talking about literally using heavy metal and using inspiration from heavy metal to make drum and bass, basically. Great, oh wait, how was the set? How was it? Did it go well? Great, you need to send me some pictures too, yeah? I need to see what's going on. I'm not gonna lie, I am proud of this challenge. LM1, thank you for this challenge. Things had to change for the set, but did mine go? Oh my god, just send me anything you can. Right, so I know I'm ending soon, but yeah, gotta figure out this heavy metal stuff. Gotta enjoy this. Thank you. We're back. This this Twitch channel every Wednesday, or YouTube, where you can catch these streams as well as DJing streams. You know how it is. Yeah, I'm happy with this. I'm just gonna let it play. Meanwhile, since we got some time and, you know, we're having a nice chat and so on, I might actually go through some heavy metal, like, guitar loops and stuff, see if there's anything that sort of tickles my ears for next week. I'll send you some metal D&B fusion. Yes, please. I know Zardonic used to make stuff. I don't know if Zardonic is still active. Like, they did a mad remix of a Black Sun Empire tune about 12 years ago. That was really, really cool. Dirty Phonics obviously had Walk in the Fire. The intro was like a metal thing. I enjoy metal. Like, I don't really go out listening to bands and stuff for metal. A lot of my metal consumption is from video games. Like, you know, like the Guilty Gear soundtracks and that sort of thing. Yeah. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Big fan of Cell Dweller. Yes, we talked about that last week. Will it be instrumental or have vocals for what, the metal tune or this? This one I'm gonna keep instrumental, I think. The only thing with doing these challenge streams is that obviously I'm not much of a singer. The metal one, I probably won't do vocals for that. Like, I don't want to be screaming down into a mic. I don't have that kind of vocal training. I don't have any kind of vocal training. Oh, hold on, best part of the tune though. Great, I accidentally made house again. Just like last time with you. Oh snap, 12-step audio as well! Oh, you guys want to hear something I made for 12-step audio, right? Unfortunately, I never mastered it for him, but fantastic metal, also beautiful songs over beautiful female vocal. Flyleaf is an older reference for some examples. Also the band Within. I know of Within Temptation, actually. I do know of Within Temptation. 12-step, how you doing? So for those of you who don't know, 12-step audio runs Outer Edge Audio, also is a producer and MC, and I have done him a few beats. Oh shit. Alright, no more house music. I made this for 12-step. Figure you guys want to hear it as well while we're just here, right? If you don't already, make sure you follow everyone in the chat, by the way. All talented people. But yeah, we made this for 12-step. That shit is for the birds. Dude, please tell me you spat the bars during that set you MC'd on for Natty Lou. Please tell me you did, yeah? Living up in Spania with the superstar DJ. Oh yeah, no, she's a mad one, she isn't she? And the second drop as well. Here you go, second drop. Please tell me there's a clip. 12, please tell me there's a clip. There we go. In time you'll hear that with vocals. Right. I know, I've gone overboard on stream, but I was going to quickly go through some heavy metal loops with you guys so we can get an idea of what I should do next week. I need to finish the one ASAP. Yes, then we can start playing it out, both of us. Let's do it! Yes, right. Yeah, so for people who weren't here earlier, my next challenge that I've got to do on stream from next week, and we'll use 2 weeks for it, heavy metal and D&B fusion. I've got some loops here, but I'm just trying to see what I would go for. Nah. I actually really like that. I'm going to use that for the tune at some point. Math metal? What's math metal? Like, is that when we do like algebra while rocking out, or? You know what? These aren't hard. I was literally about to say these aren't hardcore enough, and then that happened. Like, that one was pretty cool. I did actually download a few beforehand. Let me see if I still got those. So, just to get an idea of what I should be doing. That's not heavy metal. That one's not heavy metal, apparently. Did I really not? I mean, I'll be using a pick slide all day long. That was a tune about Inte being mad at his PC. This is Inte being mad at his PC, right? He's about to shout at FL Studio like, SERUM! Oh wait, this is another song. I've already used this in another song. When those BSODs happen, shit gets real. Bro, I feel that actually. Now, why don't I have... I thought I had more more like guitar riffs and stuff. Called... What? Called a metal tune Blue Screen of Death. I'm down for that. Or just BSOD, actually. No, we'll call it BSOD. Yeah. That's probably the one we'll use, but you know what? I'm going to save that for next week. Okay. Alright, let me export this as well, so I don't forget. Isn't there a thing on Splice where you can make stacks? Is that a thing? Yes, here we go. Create a stack. Right. There's something I want to try here. So essentially, I just want to see how this works. But you should be able to. We'll just drop in this loop as well. Let's just mess around quickly and get like a nice bass line. Where's my stack? Okay. Let's just go for this one. Okay, that might... I mean, obviously those drums are definitely not the drums I would use, right? But this was just using the... I don't know if you guys have ever used like... oh shit, my camera's there. Like the splice stuff on the side. You can just basically... You can just chuck things like this. And just have things like that. I've got to say, those drums, like, you know, really tight drums, don't get me wrong, but for what we were trying to do, that was kind of boring, wasn't it? I just want to find some mad drums. See, this would actually probably work a bit better with that stack. Yeah, see? Anyway, sorry, we're just messing around now. Alright, I am going to end this stream. Do we have anyone to raid? Anyone you guys want to raid? Sounds just a case Susie trying to get out the car park at Poundland. What Poundland do you know that has a car park? That's the real question. Oh, Ugly's online. Let's go raid her. I've not seen her. I've not raided her in time. How do I... Oh wait, shoot. I can't do it from... Can I do it from here? No, I have to do it from my own chat. Let's see. Thanks for the beats, bro. No worries. I mean, thank you for coming down. Thank you all for coming down. You guys are wonderful. I'm gonna shoot and not join the raid. Catch up soon. No worries. Great. Lovely seeing you. Miss you, man. Keep me posted on what's going on. Yeah, have a great time. When are you back? I'm not saying that because it's like I feel like you know that one gif of The Simpsons, Milhouse just throwing the frisbee to himself. That's kind of how I feel when Miss Gray's not around, to be fair. So yeah. Saturday evening. Okay, fine. I can survive 3 more nights, I think. So no, 2 more nights. I could survive 2 more nights. Anyway, we'll go raid ugly. You guys go have some fun over there. I need to drop off immediately because record box for weights. So I got to switch my PC and everything. Hang in, there won't be long. Oh, I'm clinging on life support, Katie. Don't worry, I'm clinging on life support right now. Anyway, I am back for a DJ set on Sunday. Next Wednesday we'll do some metal. And obviously you see my stream title, that's gonna say drum and bass artist forced to make metal. Yeah, there we go. Until then, I'll probably see you all around. You guys look after yourselves, and yeah, it looks like Ugly's having a cycle around, so that might be vibey. Bye bye.